Hi mathematicians. We are going to be able to compare fractions today, finding a common denominator. When I show you this example right here, both of these parts of the whole, both of these wholes are out of the same number of parts. They're all out of 5 equal parts. And this fraction is showing 3 out of 5 parts, and this one is showing 5 out of 5 parts. It's much easier to compare fractions when you know that their parts of the whole are the same, because you know that 5 out of 5 parts is going to be greater than 3 out of 3 parts. When we go back to this example, it's much easier for us just to know when they're out of the same number of parts. We have this example where this one is taken out of 8 equal parts and this out of 10 equal parts. Our visual model helps us to be able to see that 5/8 is greater than 3/10, which is why we try to find a common denominator. So here's an example. If I had to compare 3/4 to 2/5. If I find something that is the same denominator, it's much easier for me to compare. So here's how we can start. I'm going to list 3/4 and 2/5 right down here. I'm going to find another fraction that they can both have the same denominator and have equivalence to what you see. I know that sounds a little bit confusing. I didn't explain that very well. Yesterday we kind of looked at this. So 3/4, I'll start by listing my multiples. Remember that multiples are skip counting. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and 24. And I'm going to stop there. Then I'm going to list my multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm going to stop there. A common mistake is that people just stop right here and think, oh, I'm done because I did all these steps. That's only the beginning part. So now I need to look at 4 and 5. What do they have in common? Well, if I go down the list, I can see that 20 is in common, and 20 also happens to be the least common multiple, so that's the one I'm going to use. So I'm going to make 2 equivalent fractions out of 20 equal parts. So I'm going to look at 5 and 20. How do I get from 5 to 20? Well, I multiply it by 4. So I have to multiply it by 4. 2 times 4 is 8. So now I have a new fraction. It's equivalent to 2/5. It's just out of 20 parts. Now here, how do I get from 4 to 20? Multiply by 5. So I have to do the same to the numerator. 3 times 5 is 15. Now I have another equivalent fraction, 15/20. Now I can compare because they're out of the same number of equal parts. And I can see that 15 out of 20 parts is going to be bigger than 8 out of 20 parts. So that tells me that 3/4 is greater than 2/5. Let's do another example. When I come back to this example, you might notice that the least common multiple of 4 and 5 ended up being 20. And 4 times 5 is 20. You might also notice this time we'll take 3/7 and we will compare it to 2/5. I'm going to write these vertically over here to help me to remember. Okay, I'm going to find another fraction that they're equivalent to that has a common denominator. Multiples are where I'm going to start. So we'll list multiples of 7 and we'll list multiples of 5 and we'll find something that's common. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, and I'll stop there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and we'll scooch over 35. I can see that 35 is going to be my least common multiple, so that's going to be my denominator. So here we go. How do I get from 5 to 35? Yep, multiply by 7. Do the same thing to my numerator. 2 times 7 is 14. Now I have a new fraction that's equivalent to 2/5, but just out of different parts. How do I get from 7 to 35? Multiply by 5. So I have to multiply my numerator by 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Now I have a new equivalent fraction, just out of different number of parts. Now I can see that 15 out of 35 parts is going to be greater than 14 out of 35 parts, which means that 3/7 is going to be my bigger one. I could also use my double checking trick of cross multiplication, and I can see that 7 times 2 is 14, and double check here, 3 times 5 is 15, and yep, it worked. My double checking trick worked. I want you to notice something. You might also notice here that with this example, that the least common multiple of 35, or of 7 and 5, ended up being 7 times 5, which is 35. So with both examples, our least common multiple ended up being the product when we multiplied those two numbers together. And often that can happen. Go ahead and do some practice ones because this is a process, and remember not to stop after you just list the multiples. You have to find the least common multiple and then make those equivalent fractions before you can compare.